Welcome to home classes, 11th class, jkbose, prose, Unit 8, The Many and None by Bensuri Taneja, sorry, it's very tough to pronounce, Ashish Kathori.
Welcome to home classes. Today we're gonna discuss the eighth lesson of the English jkbose 11th class. It is the English first tenor, and in this session we're gonna start the lesson the many and none. It has been written by um, Bansuri Tanija and Ashish Kothari. Introduction to the author. Bansuri and Ashish uh, are both well-known uh, writer of India, are well-known Indian writer, writing in English with a wonderful pace of precision and understanding. Here, the essay, The Many and None, shows the author's admirable insight into the problem and which we are facing today as a result of growing commercialization and material consideration. Here, you know, it is a complete summary regarding this lesson or unit, the many and the none. It is said that the variety makes life interesting. Days are not boring because each day is different, from other. Because of making varieties and changing process in everyday life. This is true This is true of the dishes that we eat. If we eat the similar dishes or the same dish uh, all the day, it will be a boring for us, right? If days were alike and we were to eat the same dishes daily, we would find living, quite dull and annoying. It will make annoyed life, and we will also be a dull because the balanced diet would not be the part of our eating. So that it is diversity of food in the urban center of area, which brings biodiversity to a level we can understand, right? We can enjoy eating mangoes, for we have a lot of mangoes and several types of mangoes to offer us a real variety. What does the biological diversity means? It is a variety and variability of life on our earth, right? It is seen about 1,000 variety of mangoes in India. It lies in the 14 different kinds of wood in layered to make a wall painting. It also means that the vibrant colors that characterize holy and means of it the colorful cloud we have created in our India. Beside all these meanings of biological diversity, we also means by it the tiger and the rhino and the elephant that attract the excite and even over us. Finally, it also includes the ecosystem, both natural and human, influences forests, lakes, rivers, and bound peaks, etc. Perhaps the least understanding or understandable side of biodiversity is genetic. variety and what makes the basic building block of all the life is also the base of the many things like continuous evaluation. We are human and we are the product of the same process of evolution. But sometimes when we are too much emboldened or we are too much emboldened by our technological process, we start thinking, we start thinking that we are apart from nature. We are not a part of nature. It is diversity in genes, which also provides the basis for the continual survival against the changing environment, right? When the number of species decreases, it comes, in a decreasing graph. So they lost their ability to return quickly to their previous good condition or to their previous condition, because it is very difficult for all those things which once get decreased, and it is not possible to get it increase to get increased again. It is a very difficult and impossible, but it takes a lot of time to do so. Similarly here, they are then not able to stop their giving into the environmental changes at another stage or at another level. The artifact of species finally succumbing makes us realize that vegetables are losing their characteristic taste and having lost their natural variety and variation, and having been doctored to get the biggest size possible or reach the most shining surface. To ensure yield maximization and to suit our view of what looks good, the genetic diversity of vegetable extra is silenced or quietenedness. Here the author comes out with a variety or comes out with a very good example or comes with a very good illustration to bring home to us the alarming reality about the biodiversity of the life on earth. When a ship loses one nut, you know, the loss remains insignificant. One nut will not make harm to the ship. But when the ship goes on losing nuts in a quick way or in a quick succession, the loss becomes very alarming. And the sinking of the ship seems a foregone conclusion. In the same way, if we go on losing species and genes that keep the earth afloat, our survival will be impossible. A series of global changes in the climate, hydrological pattern, and other ecological function will, on which we are all survive, continue to attain threatening proportion. And all that and significant factor and rising to as well as and worsening these threatening changes. The warning, neither too nor too alarmist. Biodiversity, its loss, and likely to affect us and the subsequent generation. Let's not be selfish to think about it. That Earth is meant to serve only our needs, as we are capable of thinking. We have memory of thinking and feeling. We must know the loss of diversity will have its negative impact on the rest of the living world as well. Biodiversity is most directly related to everyday lives of India's ecosystem people. Who are such people? Hundreds, millions small farmers, pitchforks, hunters, and hunters, gatherers depend on the diversity of species, genetic variety, ecosystem, services of their livelihood, and much more. Cultural lives you can also include in it. It makes available to them their fuel, food, fodder, fodder for livestock, housing materials, medicine, spiritual support, extra. It is therefore quite clear that the loss of biodiversity is direct attack on their survival. For them, the ship of the life is already losing its mooring. The availability of just one species as a source is not enough, and the real communities needs diversity of species, of animals, plants, and microorganisms. Such diversity functionings as a resource for them has been strongly, stressed as the most essential part of life in the real world. And essential factors, as according to the Jagat Singh Chaudhary, he has emphasized the need of leaving all types of plants and trees in the forest to ensure organic diversity. Organic diversity is one of the pinnest diversity. And the economic development of the India, depends on the diversity of trees and in our forest. The highest biotechnology minus bio, biological diverse farming systems is not enough to cater to needs of Indian cultures. The sooner our agriculture scientists and corporation understand it, the better. The rampant bioprivacy is a menace, is a threat, and under it is the old knowledge of the turmeric, neems, and the other, many other elements of biodiversity has been are patented, patented to make it the sole domains of corporate interest. Undoubtedly, and it has benefited from the commercializations and the globalizations. But it is also fact, a fact which is not deniable, that they have expressed their beneficial effect from those people who live in and depend on biodiversity areas. Our country gains at the cost of sustenance of these peoples are unacceptable because the peoples constitute the vast majority of our population, and the concern of these peoples have been voiced by our enlightened public, and economic development is our great requirement, but conservation of biodiverse life is equally significant, and we must strive to ensure balance between the two, economic development and conservation of biodiverse life. This is not done. Development and conservation of biodiverse would sustain at the same time. American chief has rightly warned that when all eagles and fishes will vanished or will gone, and the water killed by the pollutions, only then will people now and think that money can't be the permanent solution and can't be eaten. That was it. Now अब क्वेश्चन पे आएंगे. Biodiversity refers to variety of plant and animal, variety of life on earth, पहला part, variety and variability of animal and plant, और तीसरा variety and variability of plant, animal and human life on the earth. तो इसका C part आएगा. Variety, variability of plant, animal and human life on earth, right? इसके बाद हम आगे चलेंगे. हमारा दूसरा क्वेश्चन है, do you think it is good to have variety of species? Give reasons. Yes, it help us to become energetic. It help us to make a development in every sphere of life. Take illustration. For example, if you wanna eat the food, or you wanna take the dish, and the same dish is served to you every day, what would be your reaction? You would become bored and dull, because balanced diet would not be there for you, and your body will not or would not receive the balanced diet, so that you will become dull, and you know there would be the annoyance in your behavior. In the similar thing, biodiversity is important, thing to maintain. And in the biodiversity, there are million trillion species of different variety we have there. For example, variety of human beings, variety of plants, animals, and small creatures like bird, insect, etc. So that these help us to maintain our ecological system. If we want to make the maintenance of the ecological systems, all these in the biodiversity help us to do so. If anyone will not help us to do so, our biodiversity will be affected, right? Biological diversity can be seen in the following area. तो किस किस area में? First, in the genes of various living creature, yes, this is the valid point. In the different types of wood and mangoes, yes, this is also valid point. And the varieties of colors made from vegetable dyes, yes, this is also valid point. In the uniform we wear to school, no, it's not a valid point. We can't see here the biodiversity, right? In the animal found around us, yes, we can see here the biodiversity. In the ecological systems that exist in the different parts of the world, yes, here is also we can see or we have seen it the biodiversity here. In the car we drive, no, this is incorrect option. The gadgets we use at home, no, this is also incorrect point. Question number 4. Certain elements have been described as being charismatic. अब कुछ एनिमल्स को कृष्मा कहा गया है. charismatic, right? कृष्मा, इंग्लिश में इसको charismatic बोलते हैं और हिंदी और उर्दू में इसको कृष्मा बोलते हैं. What does this means? या हिंदी में इसको जो है एक जो स्पिरिचुअल पावर होती है ना, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, उसमें वो शक्ति है. तो कृष्मा का मतलब होता है शक्ति here. तो कहता है certain animals have been described as krishma. What does this mean? इसका क्या मतलब है? Yes, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे एनिमल्स को कृष्मा कहा गया है. इसका ये मतलब है एनिमल इवोक, राइट? एंड एक्साइटमेंट, एवोक awe एंड एक्साइटमेंट, खतरनाक भी हो सकते हैं और वो खेल भी दिखाते हैं, राइट। दीज एनिमल पोजेस अ स्पेशल पावर सॉरी, इन एनिमल्स के पास स्पेशल पावर्स होती है, राइट। और वो कौन सी पावर? पावर ऑफ अट्रैक्शन होती है। बाय द वर्च्यू ऑफ इट दे आर एबल टू अट्रैक्ट, इसकी वजह से वो अट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं, या वो अटेंशन भी जो है वो रिसीव करते हैं, या वो एडमिरेबल भी होते हैं, राइट। हमारा क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 है, दे आर यूज्ड एज अ flagship, right, species for the conservation programs. What does they refers to? What is meant by flagship? What does this statement means? यहाँ पे they refers to charismatic animals, ये charismatic animals के लिए इस्तेमाल किया गया है, ठीक। और उसके बाद क्या बोलता है कि what is mean by flagship? फ्लैगशिप का क्या मतलब है? फ्लैगशिप का मतलब है बेस्ट और मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोडक्ट, आइडिया और बिल्डिंग एक्स्ट्रा। वो क्या करता है? दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ओन्स और प्रोड्यूस, जिसमें ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ओन भी करती है और प्रोड्यूस भी करती है, राइट। अब यहाँ पे दूसरा क्वेश्चन, व्हाट डज स्टेटमेंट मीन? स्टेटमेंट का क्या मतलब? द स्टेटमेंट, द क्रशमेरिक एनिमल्स लाइक टाइगर, यानी कि द स्टेटमेंट दे आर यूज्ड एज अ flagship species for the conservation, and means that the charismatic animals like tiger, rhino और elephant, जो इसने यहाँ पे बयान किया आपके टेक्स्ट में है, are used as the best and the most important species of program, right, that are launched to keep them well prompted or fear as special species. इसके बाद हम क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 पे चलेंगे। what do the writer means when they say that vegetables are being dog trot? Is it good to do so? Give reasons to your answer. तो हम ये कहते हैं कि राइटर का मतलब, जब उसने ये बोला हुआ डॉक्ट्राइन, तो उसका ये मतलब है कि उनको जो है ट्रिफल कहा गया है या ट्रिफल किया गया है with by the secretly putting some poisonous or harmful substance, ठीक। अच्छा, डॉक्ट्राइन वेजिटेबल इज हाउएवर नॉट गुड, जब उन पे मेडिसिन किया जाता है। डॉक्ट्राइन का मतलब है टू पुट द मेडिसिन ऑन द वेजिटेबल्स, जब उन पे जो है मेडिसिन डाला जाता है तो फिर वो नेचुरल टेस्ट नहीं देंगे, so that it is not good for the health or for eating purposes. In spite of that, most of the people, not most of the people, 90% of the people, or 99.9% of the peoples in the world preferring these dog trod vegetables, but they make the side effect good, अच्छी नहीं होती हैं वो। अब कहता है, do you think that the writer comparison of sheep losing nuts to the loss of the biodiversity is apt? हाँ, टू सम एक्सटेंट ये ठीक है, लेकिन एक जगह पे ये ठीक नहीं है। उसने कहा है कि इफ यू आर लूजिंग वन नट इन यूर शिप, इट मीन्स इट इज इनसिग्निफिकेंट। यस, हाँ कहा था उसने, इट इज इनसिग्निफिकेंट, सो दैट इट इज एप्ट। हाँ, एक नट भी लूज होगा तो शिप जो है इनसिग्निफिकेंट होगी, और यहाँ पे बायोडाइवर्सिटी में एक स्पीशीज भी जो है वो वैनिश हो जाती है या डिसअपियर हो जाती है। इट मीन्स दैट the whole biodiversity will be affected by by disappearing or by decreasing of that particular species which gonna be decreased there. So that अब कहता है क्वेश्चन नंबर 8, what for the loss of biodiversity is? biodiversity loss किसके लिए कहा गया? The arrogance of the human who believes that all the resources of the world are only meant for their sole use and consumption. Yeah, the global change taking place due to the natural causes. Yeah, the lack of balance between the progress and the conservation. तो इसमें लास्ट ही आएगा जिसमें लिखा है the lack of balance and between the progress and conservation. Question number 9 है, what does the future of India's agriculture lie in the high tech biodiversity being prompted by the agriculture scientist? Why not? The future of the Indian culture doesn't lie in the biodiversity, um, just high technology. Biodiversity, diverse farming system, right? इसमें जो फार्मिंग सिस्टम है वो जो है क्या कहता है, ये उसको जो है वो रिफर करता है. It is therefore necessary for our agriculture scientists to stop trying unnecessarily to entice Indian toward the high technology, which doesn't by itself happens to enough to argue well for our agriculture, right? उसके बाद, how is the loss of biodiversity linked to the survival of the common peoples of that area? काफी important सा question है. So loss of biodiversity is linked to the survival of the common people of the particular area which faces such loss, and this is because this loss touches the rest of all the sections of the population depending on the biodiversity area, and it is therefore imperative that the balance struck between the economic development and the conservation of biodiverse life. Question number 11 कहता है कि what does the bioprivacy means, या what is bioprivacy, how does it affect the country? Bioprivacy का मतलब था ramped in our country. तो जो है it affect जो है has a lot of adverse effect on our country. For example, old age यानी कि aged old knowledge regarding the turmeric, neem, or many other element of biodiversity has been pretended in an attempt to make it exclusive domains of corporate interest, right? What is the message in the statement by the American chief सीटल का क्या जो है वो मैसेज था जो आर्मी चीफ था? तो सीटल the army chief stated, when all the eagles and fishes will vanish, you will be killed by the water pollution. Only then you will realize that money can't be eaten. तो ये उसका मैसेज था. So that's enough. Not enough. We have completed the 8th lesson, or tomorrow, the day after the day, I will be with the next lesson. So till that, I want to say goodbye.